There's a reason why rich people keep getting richer and poor people keep getting poorer. The reason why is people would like to invest their money where they will see some sort of benefit in it, rather than where they will invest their money and wouldn't get anything in return. So helping a poor person is usually like wasting your money. That's how it is, because that's how our society is. So helping poor people is like usually wasting your money. But when people are helping, contributing to rich people, they feel like they will definitely get something in return, if not in short term, but in long term, they will get something in return. That is why the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. Now, if a businessman, if a rich person asks people for probably, let's say, $1,000, more than 10 people will give him more than $1,000. People with one person can even give him up to $2,000. A lot of people will contribute more than what he actually needed for what he wanted to do. But if a poor person comes and asks for $100, people will not listen to that person. Nobody would like to, will be interested in the person's story, no matter how touching your story is. Very few people will give interest, and even the few that will give interest to your story will not even contribute up to that $100. Now, the reason why is because people, our society is built in a transactional base. People want to get something in return to whatever they give out. So now, for instance, there's a guy in Nigeria that developed a fintech application, mobile application that you can basically use to do your transactions, like just like Touch and Go in Malaysia. You can use to pay your electricity bill. You can use to buy mobile top up. You can use to pay for transactions, transfer in and out to people and things like that. Now, according to that guy, he spent about $120,000 to develop that mobile application, and he is already very influential before he developed that mobile application. And now the application is kind of a success in Nigeria and also beyond. So some people, investors, saw how beneficial or how important and fastly growing that application is. They wanted to buy it for $10 million. Now, this is an application that he developed with $120,000. And since then, he developed and published the app. He has been generating revenue, which is a positive increase of revenue. Yet, they wanted to buy the application for $10 million because these people saw the prospect, they saw the future of the app. It's very progressive, it's something that it would be very successful. Now, people are willing to invest, put out $10 million to buy this app from this successful person. But if you are a startup that is struggling to establish, let's say you have an idea, for instance, me, I have an idea to develop a fintech app, and I don't have the money and I couldn't start it. I need investors to come and invest in my business for me to start up this app. They will not. Nobody will listen to you. Most people will say that you don't know what you're saying. You cannot be able to handle it, or you will take their money and run away, or different things. They will never trust you to give you that amount. Let's say this guy didn't have $120,000 to develop that app. Nobody will give it to him. Nobody will listen to him. So unless he has a rich and trustworthy friends who actually trust him, but before they trust in you, they will have to also see your capacity, how much you have. If you don't have not anything, nobody will, even your friends or even your family, would not invest that amount in you. So now, because he had the amount that is required to start up the business, he started it up, and now people now trusted that yes, he is capable of developing something that will be very successful. That is why people are bringing out $10 million to buy that application. But he has already seen the future of the application and seen that it will make more than that in a long run. So he decided not to sell the app. So now you see that somebody wants to use $10 million to buy one app, but there are a lot of other startups that are struggling to establish, that even have a better idea than this app that this guy developed. But those people that have that $10 million would not even give $100,000 to these startups that has not been able to establish. They will not give $100,000 for them to be able to establish. They will not give that amount to them. But when you have come up to some certain level, you have developed it and established it and it's functioning, and people see that it's very successful, people will then troop in to invest or get some interest in that thing that you're doing. So that is the reason why the rich keep getting richer while the poor keep getting poorer. Now, the bank that gives loan will prefer to give $10 billion loan to a businessman than to give $10,000 to somebody, a worker, somebody that is just living a normal life that needed to buy a car or to build a house or anything. A bank would prefer to give out more money to rich people, people that are already rich, that already have the money, rather than someone that needs the money to start up a business. If you go to the bank to request for cash loan to start up a business, they will scrutinize you to the core and they will not even give you up to the amount you want. But a business person that is already running, that have a successful business, can go to the bank and get more money than he even needs. So they are packing the money and giving it to people that already have the money, while we that don't even have the money, cannot even get a fraction of that to establish our business. So that is the reason why rich people are getting richer, because when you reach some certain level in wealth acquirement, it will become, life will become a bit easier, business will become a bit easier for you to do, because by then you will also have rich friends and trust, banks that will trust you, investors, people that will trust you. It will be, if you want to raise any capital to start up any new ventures, it will be very easy. But to someone that doesn't have this, it will be very, very difficult and almost impossible. So that is exactly why the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. So now that guy has have the option to either sell the app for $10 million or keep maintain the app and increase the customer base and then generate more revenue from that, and which is what he has chosen already. So that's exactly why this world is not balanced. That's why Nigerians say this world no balance at all. And that's how it's going to keep going, because that's how our society is built. Thank you guys for watching. Please help me to share the video. Until I see you again.